Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Morning Coffee. I got my coffee locked and loaded, ready to go because we are going to talk about some very interesting stuff. We are going to talk about the recent Bitcoin sell-off, crypto sell-off actually. And we have found new evidence who else is at fault besides some miners and some GBTC sell-off, who is actually the reason for more than another billion of sell-off, and that could also give us a hint of where the market is going, but I don't want to spend too much on that. We're also going to look at the charts, and we're going to look at some stuff concerning Ecomi and Veve, and let's see what you guys also bring as topics here to the chat. So all of that right after the intro. So, that was a little bit too early. Obviously, we are first in the rare hodler screen, that is for sure. So, everybody that is already here, make sure to smash up the like button to a new all-time high if you want to have Bitcoin going up at least. And make sure to have the little bell ticked and subscribe. I'm a little bit tired here, but no worries. We have the good stuff. Look at that. It's a little bit the small screen, but I am ready for Crypto XR. I'm going to travel tomorrow, so there will no live stream tomorrow. But nonetheless, we're covering all the important topics. Oh, sorry for that. And I'm going to make videos and hopefully live streams from there as well. So if you want to support the channel, you can become a rare hodler by becoming a channel member. That gets your name with your either profile pic or favorite collectible. Doesn't have to be Veve collectible, can be actually a DC collectible if you want, like a DC bat cowl or something like that. And you can get here on this rare hodler screen. But with that out of the way, let's finally talk about what's going on. So there we go. So actually, who is at fault? I almost spoiled it for a second, but we see it already here. FTX sold about 1 billion of Grayscale's Bitcoin ETF, explaining much of the outflow. So BTC's price has fallen, obviously. I mean, we can look at it quickly. And by the way, if you are here every day, you know that we were observing closely this chart pattern, this bearish retest, and that we deducted this price target from it. And look what it just hit. I mean, if you accompanied this and also believed in that this is going to happen, then give yourselves a high five, because we just slapped this target right, like literally to the T. Look at that. Like the wick is exactly going on that target. Dom Vu says it's lagging only for me, or is it the stream? Guys, let me know if it's lagging, or if that's only him. Let him know basically, and let me know. Swan also says, GM, you're there Saturday. I'm there every day of the days until Sunday. Blaze says, morning stream with my favorite German. Yo, thank you very much, Blaze. I appreciate it. Glad to have you here. G-Money, hey, what's going on? Bringing us the triple coffee. That is definitely needed here today. Dom Vu, it was for me, but reconnecting fixed it. Okay. So I hope it's not a problem on my side. Guys, let me know if there's anything like that is troubling the stream. Let me know. I can hopefully fix it. No lag. Okay, that's good. So anyways, so we had this breakdown target here, and we did hit it. Now we're obviously looking for, will we drop a little bit more to a support on this area, or are we already done? And the reason why we could be already done before we look back at the news is this, right? You remember that we covered this on stream several times, back here when the CME gap opened. So this is the Bitcoin CME futures. And a CME, so the CME futures are only traded on weekends. And when price action happens on the weekends, which is usually doesn't, but if there happens price action and the price goes up violently or down violently, these gaps tend to open, right? And there is a theory, and this theory is very accurate, and that is that price always goes back, or almost always, it's not correct 100%, but like 90% or so, that the price always comes back to fill the CME gaps. And this held true for a lot of gaps. Look at that. For example, this gap opened in the drop on the weekend on the FTX collapses and so on. So FTX collapse was here, but I think this was one of the like Voyager Celsius ones. And then the price came back up and filled it. Yeah, just like here, we opened a CME gap and the price was already up and it came back down to fill it and just went up. And you see that it is not much, right? And then here, obviously, we filled the open gaps from the splash down on the way. So that means also, if we have a parabolic move where we just go up, up, up after the halving or so, probably the gaps will stay open until the next bear market. But these gaps will probably only fill after or open after a while. So here also, right, here's a little one. It opens. Price comes back down, opens another one, price comes back down, opens another one, price comes back down. Okay, so here we opened, we came back down, we closed it. Now we're technically already good to go because there are no other CME from the CME gap side. So you see also this was kind of a time frame, right? So until we filled it, it was 49 days. So sometimes we need to wait and let this play out, right? So yeah, we filled it and now we are there. Blaze Hay says 1 patient hodler, 2 Angela Merkel, 3 oh my god. Okay, so I see I'm number 1, and in your absolute, I mean, amazing shots. I mean, unbeatable list there. Thank you. That was actually funny. So, brought us back down to this. So, yeah, nailed it. Okay, so what's happening now? Can we go lower? For sure, if the grayscale outflow driven by apparently FTX, right, continues. So, what you see here, investors, it says here, investors have sold 2 billion worth of GBTC. A part of the investors were people that bought GBTC at 8,000 or so. A part is apparently FTX. And a part is good because it's more than 1 billion from FTX. So more of half of these shares are sales by FTX right now. And yeah, at some point there will be seller exhaustion, and then there will be only the big inflows of BDC. So let me check this quickly. So here we see that, right? This is only the volume, but this is negative sales volume on GBTC and positive buying volume, because there's not much to sell, on IBIT, right? So that is one thing that we can see. So IBIT, Fidelity leading still in volume, and then there are some others that are still very small. Like, for example, the Valkyrie one, although I think that the Valkyrie one is one of the coolest, the Valkyrie and the Vanek, because of the tickers, HODL and BRR. That's just insanely awesome. I would buy them because of the ticker, to be honest. Hey Motili, what's going on? And Luke also at stream, thank you very much for being here. We're getting ready for traveling tomorrow. That is awesome. And we're having a good time to just look and check out the market so that we know what's happening this week. So we see here a couple of, so lower volume on the new players, so to say. But I think we're getting there. And once, this is also a thing, like they will have lower volume once they still have a low fund size, a low ETF size overall, like how much BTC is already in there. But the moment that this is grown to a substantial amount, probably more people will be, okay, this looks legit, this looks trustable. whereas like Bitcoin, BlackRock Bitcoin ETF is probably already something like, okay, it's BlackRock, so these people that would invest in an ETF, trust them anyways. So here we also see this US spot Bitcoin ETFs is excluding GBTC. Here we see the sizes, and the last one is so this is the sizes per day, right? So it's from it's until the 19th, and here you see that the IBIT, that the BlackRock one is the biggest, and then the FBTC just in the other one per volume also. But overall, you also see that there's a huge increase in Bitcoin. So this is 90,000 this is 95,000 Bitcoin already altogether. So that's pretty big. 95,000 Bitcoin inflow, 3.9 billion USD, excluding GBTC. So yeah, are there 600,000, or were there 600,000 GBTC, BTC in Grayscale? Yes. Will they sell? Will all be sold? I don't know. Probably not. But even if we have in the first couple of days about 100,000 GBTC sell-off absorption, yeah, and exceeding it. So even if that means that there is room for another 6 weeks of selling, and then GBTC would be empty. Yeah. So. And but they will not be stopped. So I don't know if everyone out of the Grayscale will sell. Probably not. And they, as we saw yesterday, they were advertising also. So there's no reason to advertise for Grayscale if you are not planning on doing something, right? Yeah. Overall, I think what is important now with the sell-off, yes, it can. If we look at it from a broader picture, it can go a while where we just maybe we let me quickly refresh because I can't draw. Okay, so here we go, right? So we had sell off, we could bounce, for example, right? And then move sideways and come up, and then we move down again, retest, I don't know, something like that, right? It can happen. And then we are here, we are coming up, and then we are at the here 15th of April, right? Then we are at the halving. Is this boring? Yeah, sure, it is. Probably it is. But this is somehow how I could we saw that before, right? This here, for example, this range is almost the same, right? Where we tried to break this mega resistance. And then here would be the halving. So there is still room for the halving to go up and down and up and down, right? And to absorb all of these Bitcoins that are flowing out of Grayscale. It's not that Grayscale is sitting on an unlimited bag of Bitcoin. 600,000 is a lot, but once it's gone, or less, a little bit less already than 600,000, but once it's gone, and the other ETFs will continue to buy, I don't know, 50,000 BTC every week, yeah, inflow into those ETFs. That could then, together with a price crunch, or it's not a price crunch, it's a supply shock, yeah. No, like at the moment, the miners are still getting the 6 point something reward per block from BTC. And then it's only half. So that moment, there will be less supply estimated out of the miners. They will not be selling anymore. The miners, they are only selling right now because they need to fund the equipment for after the halving. So this sell pressure that is coming in, unfortunately, is driven by necessity of the miners pre-halving. And actually, because the price is so stable, they might not have to sell as much as if the price was a little bit more unstable. We saw that when they had to cover energy costs during the FTX collapse, they had to sell more, which accelerated the whole bear market. So this is something that we need to keep in mind. But overall, I think that it's very realistic to say that at least for the next 30 days we would be probably ranging, and that there is not much. I mean, maybe even, and this is the second. So this is one scenario, right? The other scenario is that the sell pressure is too high, and we lose this level, and we bounce a little bit here, and then we lose another level, and then we come down to these levels here, and then somewhere in March we come up, we go up, and we just start skyrocketing, some there and thereabout, right? We could maybe imagine, hey, look, this is like this, right? Which would also bring us to the end of April to basically breach this, right? Is that a realistic scenario? Yes, it is, because if miners have to sell more, if GBTC keeps selling at that pace because due to FTX and other people that need to exit the market, if Celsius, Voyager and all the other failures are selling big time into a market that wants to buy but has not enough power yet to buy, then yeah, it could happen. Why not? Is that bad? Not really, because if we have a sell-off down to 32,000 or so, that is an amazing buying opportunity. It will hurt in the pocket, but that's exactly when we want to buy, and it could be the last time that we can buy before we fly off. Good times are coming for us in the second half of the year, for sure, and after the halving. And it will be probably, this is another thing, so even if we do this and then halving and then pump, pre-halving rally or so, the moment that, let's say, the halving is here, right? The moment the halving is through, probably something like this happens first. And then it's end of May, and everyone will be, or maybe we have a pump here, but then it's end of May, and then maybe another sell off, and then we fly, right? Why? Because there's this sell in May, go away gap that comes in. So the question is, how much are we going up before that happens? And then in September we're really going. So then that's when I expect the rocket to take off and take us relatively in this manner, right? But the question is how much ranging is until we do that. Yeah, and then it goes just off we go. Okay, sorry for that. That was not the intention. Good. Another one, altcoins. This one here is quite a big deal for Ripple, I think. Ripple wins big. US banks expected to adopt XRP for international payments. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff like articles going on Cardano, on Ripple and stuff like that. The market caps are fairly high. This is something that we have to keep in mind. By the way, MVE, good to have you here. This is something that we have to keep in mind. These big projects are being shilled. It is not the way of making 20x's or 30x's. I really doubt that even if Ripple gets mass adopted by banks, that it will do like a 50x or something like that, because of the giant market cap that it already has. If we look at Live Coin Watch, let's refresh to see what's going on. There we go. If we look at Live Coin Watch, you see like the XRP and Solana that is so much favorited, right? They have very big market caps. Even now that Solana is correcting already, a 10x out of, technically both of them. So a 10x out of Solana would make it 100 billion more, bigger than in Ethereum. A 10x out of XRP would bring it to the market cap of Ethereum. The most adopted layer 1 that is out there, the most trusted layer 1 that is out there, the most time around layer 1 that is out there, that took 3 cycles basically, or two and a half, to get to this market cap. And then, so this is what news usually provide, like ADA, XRP, Solana. Why? Because they are big, they have such a huge community, and everyone reads their article in the hope that it will make massive multiples. But the massive multiples, in my opinion, are already made. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't have some in your portfolio to make the portfolio a little bit more, I mean, stable or so if you want. But I don't think that all of these are the way. And also Avalanche, I think the pump, like a big part of the pump has already happened. I mean, could it 10x? Yeah, 100 billion, why not, right? These only have to double to that. But from here, at the maximum, like you sell the absolute peak, right? Patrick Bultman says, GM, I need more coffee. Sure. So I think if ever we are looking for the winners of this bull run down here, right? In the range of sub 2 billion and then everything below. So Algorand, yes. Can Algorand do a 10x? For sure, it can do a 20x, right? This can go to 20 billion easily in that market. Can the graph go there? Sure, 20x. Vechain, 20x, yeah, why not, right? A 20x, I would say 15x at the maximum, but because it's already 2 billion. But Vechain, so what would that be? A 10x would be 2.6 cents for Vechain. And then, so 50 cents at a 20x, most bullish scenario. 20x would be $40 billion market cap. They have a lot of things going for them, so I think $40 billion market cap is achievable, but more, I don't know. Render, for example, has already pumped so much, right? There will be a massive sell-offs. Render, another 10x, yeah, sure, why not? Can happen, but doesn't have to happen. Algorand, 10x, $13 billion market cap, okay. 20x, yeah, why not? Yeah. What's the word on Chappies? Yo, Chappies is a really risky play, right? So Chappies is a really risky one. Chappies is Chaps. I don't know if it's even on here. Yeah, it is. Place 26,842. The market cap isn't even known to Live Coin Watch, but the market cap is sub 1 million, and you see it didn't perform really well. It recently launched from Seedify, so people that got into the early rounds, they are selling now. There is a lot of people that are having bags, so this is why it's so risky. But yeah, that's just an example of this. Could bring hardcore multiples if you're in a project like this early, but it also can mean that it doesn't perform or it goes up 3x or something like that. No one cares, right? It's a good narrative, but not everyone is as bullish. Yeah, this is, for me, this is a play with a little bit of money speculating on 100x. I also, yeah, and G-Money, that is it's true. I also like the project. So what do they do? And this is not, I'm just reacting, chilling a little bit here with you guys, right? Today, I'm in the mood to do some altcoins, right? And talk a little bit about market caps and potential. So Chappies is a social fi process, like tokenizing your interaction with communities, and also has some AI stuff going on, so it's not too shabby, right? We can also look at it from a Twitter perspective, maybe. Chappy, there we go, Chappy. Yeah, so here we go, right? Chappies is an AI-powered community engagement plug-and-play protocol. So that is what it is, and they have grown. I mean, and this is something to be aware of. There are a couple of people that are following this, so 85,000 but a lot of their engagement is paid. Like, they have a lot of bot engagement, right? So this is important to know. But they are announcing partnerships. They have, I think they will announce to be on some exchanges, which they will pay for. They are, they're posting every day, which almost every day at least, yeah. And they are BRC20, which in general, I think, are they BRC20 or are they pioneering with BRC20? I don't know, but BRC20 is some hot stuff right now. Yeah, so overall, I would try it. If I lose a couple of $100 on this, I'm not mad because it's a good potential and the market cap is like super low. So I'm fine with that. Back to the, now the live coin watch is gone. Let's go back. Back to the live coin watch. So what I mean is you don't have to be degenerate like me and G-Money are. But there are other plays in the degeneracy area like Metacade, like, I don't know, all of these things that have been like from the gaming sector. What are your thoughts on XAI? It's the first gaming L3 on Arbitrum. Think IMX, but for Arbitrum. Oh, okay. That sounds interesting. I don't know it yet, but let me check it on Livecoin Watch and then I will check it out later. Is it, oh, there is a lot. Is it X-Edge AI or is it XAI with this triangle or is it, so there is a stable coin for XAI. I think it's that probably. That's a $200 million market cap. Is that really that? Let me do something else. Let me go to coin market cap. And then we go to XAI. What did you say? It's that one, right? Am I right here? Yeah, it's that one. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so one problem that I see, this also one problem that Chappies has, is there's only 11.8% in circulation, and this is verified. It's on Arbitrum, fine. It has website, white paper, X, and everything else, good. But and it is available on a ton of exchanges, but Binance listing and everything is already through. Yeah, this is already, like, the big listings already happened. So, and it didn't pump. They're listed on I mean, it did pump, right? It did pump to $1 from 50 cents, so doubled. And now it's almost back at 50 cents. So the problem is high market cap, no reaction to the Binance listing, KuCoin listing, Bybit Gate.io. I don't know if, I mean, it's probably AI and they're probably doing stuff. XAI was developed to enable real economies on open trade in the next generation of video games. With XAI, potential billions of trademark gamers can own and trade valuable in-game items in their favorite games for the first time. So, and then also, so I think what's going to happen, if Arbitrum goes apeshit and Arbitrum does the rocket, this will pump. I'm very sure this will pump. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. But okay, good thing. Yeah, and then there's OTK and so on. There's a lot of things to look at. OTK, let's look at one more, but then it's not the altcoin stream here, by the way. Let's look at one more before we move on to Ecomi and so on. OTK, so whoever bought here is a genius. Oh, by the way, we can make this a little bit more comfortable for you guys. So OTK only has a $12 million market cap. So just to get to the market cap of XAI, that would be like a 20x. It also has a low circulating supply, but it's 20 and not 11%. That's pretty good. But I would rather see something beyond the 50%, like Metacade has, for example. And then this is really good. This is really good because Token is available on KuCoin, but on nothing else just yet. It's on Solana. This is the reason why it pumped. And it already pumped like crazy. So it did like 0006 to, so it ate 2 sixes. So did that thing go 100x already? What the fuck? Yeah. So 0006 to 006 10x to 06 is 100x. Holy shit. That's crazy. Okay, so this already did a 100x. So if we have a prolonged and extended sell-off, it could come back to 023 or so, right? So it could do another 50% nosedive, and then might be the time to buy it to then profit from the Solana craze going on in. So yeah, I don't know. Personally, for me, this, you see this here? This was when capitulation set in at 2 cents. And this is also where the price reacted the most before it broke out. So I would expect, if there is a steep retracement, that it comes back to that. Doesn't have to happen. Can just fly off and go, right? Yeah, Bitcoin crashes hard. Let me see. Oh yeah, that already happened, right? OMG, Bitcoin crashes hard. Bitcoin crashes, yeah, I mean, it already happened. It bounced. But guys, don't fear. We are chill. This is not a big correction. This is not much. We were correcting down to 20%. That is not a big correction. This is normal, even in a bull market. I would even expect another 10% down could be normal, right? So don't be afraid of that. This is not in the slightest a problem. Look at this. If a chart, let's go on the weekly, it becomes more clear. If a chart looks like this, you expect it correct. So what happens is, in bull markets, you have an impulsive move. I cannot draw in this without triggering the other lines. Okay, so let's have the other lines quickly on. You have an impulsive move, and every impulsive move has a corrective move. You have an impulsive hard move, corrective move. It has to happen like this. There is no way like impulse, top. Everyone is rich. Bear market, bottom, everyone buys. It doesn't work like this. It's like impulse, correction, impulse, harder correction. And the second part is, look at that. We are here, right? We are in this phase, in these phases here. There was also a correction before that. Everyone freaks out, like always, and then boom. Yeah, and then there's no, and even in that, it doesn't look like it. It does look like this is party only, but it actually isn't. It actually isn't. Look at that. These are weeks, right? These are red weeks. The entire fucking week is red. So here, this was a 21% pullback. This pullback that looks so comfy is this pullback that we just had. This pullback here in Bitcoin was 16% in what seems to be a parabolic move. And then, look at that. This pullback took several weeks, and everyone's like, oh, the bear market is on, right? 30% pullback, and we still managed to fly off again to the Bitcoin top, right? So this is just the beginning, and we're not even. This can go a little bit lower, and we do not have any problems. Yeah, I mean, this can go here, 32,000 without causing a problem. If it touches this line, it doesn't cause a problem. It just is a nasty retracement before we go. In my opinion, not financial advice. Do your own thing. If you need to sell your Bitcoin, no problema. Yeah. Let's see what you guys were saying. Did you see UMA exploding? Yeah, UMA did go completely ape dog shit, right? Completely nuts. I don't know where it is, probably already in the top 100 or so. Not just yet, I think. Oh, wait, let's go in the month. The month is red on many coins now. So you see now we have here UMA, top 200, 200% pump, 3x in 1 month. That is big. Now, this tells you if the coins are red on the month, that tells you, okay, now we have retracements that are worth buying. This is what we were talking of in since a longer time. What did I do? I bought 30,000 Metacade, something like that. That's $300, right? Okay. 105 around, yeah, exactly. So it's just under the 200. So you see here, there are a lot of projects that, look at this, for example, Bonk got just hammered, smashed, because it pumped so much. This is a corrective move, right? So it's natural. Yeah, the only thing that is not natural is Ecomi. Because Ecomi, it only gets smashed, right? I mean, let's refresh here. But do not fear. On Bitcoin, yeah, and also Ecomi, it kind of wants to rescue itself or so. We will see what happens. Hopefully, we get an announcement on CryptoXR and fly off. If that doesn't happen, this is invalidated. Yeah, this is obviously our CryptoXR arrow that we want to see. But right now, we are so deep in the gutter, we are still at all-time lows with the candle bodies, at least. I mean, this is technically the all-time low wicks. Double bottom, so to say. It didn't react. Yeah. V Zombie says, hope you feel better, man. Yeah, kind of. I mean, so I had to go to the doctor yesterday, and I am a little bit under the weather, but it will be fine. It will be all fine. I'm just sleeping much, and then I will travel with this. Look at this. Wait, guys, I have to. I will show it to you in a second. Let me just read the chat. Yeah, token dilution can tank the price while raising the market cap. OMG, Bitcoin crushes hard. Keep buying. Exactly. Thank you now. And then Ethan says, patient, what are you even doing here on YouTube? I thought you'd be in Las Vegas snorting everyone's favorite white powder. No. And dancing with the models after your Myro literally went to Valhalla. That is true. Myro went crazy. Let's see where Myro is. So this was the probably best community pick so far. Let's take one of the, let's take this here. Let's see where Myro is. I mean, Myro will also correct, yet Bonk corrected. At some point, Myro will also correct. It went into the top 200, but you see, right, it's back to, okay, it already corrected hard. So it's back to 16 cents. And to be honest, I took profit on that because I made a poll on, and this was a good thing because we took profit a little bit above it where it is right now. So we could technically buy the bag that we had back and have some profit left over, right? We took profit somewhere up here, like 18 cents or so. Not nailed the top, but Myro is up 4,000%. Like, this is a 45x, still up, right? And it was up way more. Obviously, people are taking profits, and I think Myro can correct even harder, can correct down to 7 cents or so again. And if that happens, I might buy it for the next Solana rally again, right? Because meme coins this meme coin has performed pretty good so far. Now that was a $50 investment and it turned into $400 or so. That is not bad. So what did I do? I took profit based on a community poll. What does it also mean? for the next altcoin stream, so we will get back into the driver's seat there. We will have literally $400 to work with. So that is good, right? Because we want to build a 100x portfolio for the bull run, and now we have more than $400 to work with in that portfolio thanks to the Miro pick. I have to go back to the stream and actually see who suggested the Miro, because that was kind of genius, right? And then so that means we had $200 invested, and now we have like $550. So we take that profit and we go into the next most freaking degenerate coins in this like after crypto XR in this correction, right? So I'm fairly certain that this correction goes on for like another 20-30 days. So yeah, and then we're going to Valhalla. Actually, I like that. I like that, but we are going to Valhalla. That is actually pretty good, a comparison. I like that expression. Yo, we don't care for the moon. We're just going straight to Valhalla with degen plays. That is super good. Thank you, Ethan, for that. That is super good. Okay, so Ecomi. Ecomi is also going to Valhalla. It dies on the battlefield, right? Actually, hey, new tactics. What's going on? GM SL says, how about a patient hodler meme coin ETF? Yo, don't bring me on ideas that's going to wreck the community. That's not what we're intending to do. Also, it would be definitely a security. And like we're not doing anything. Oh, by the way, this is also I learned from David Yu, right? So if our and meme coin / degen coin altcoin endeavor fails, that means that you are like the fathers. The fathers are to blame, right? just so you know. But yeah, Omi goes to Valhalla. It seems. Look at that. Volume also. It is like green volume, and I was like, hey, look, volume is going up. Yeah, but the red volume is like on par. So someone just pumped and dumped this thing a little bit. But we will see. Crypto XR could help us. We are not going to do any more like big TA shenanigans because whales do whatever they want anyways. It doesn't matter, right? The only thing that I would see on a broader picture is that we have some huge trading range here for the whales. But overall, what we need is news. Now, I want to show you something that is absolutely crazy. Because people are like, Sorry, we are going to look at this in a second. When advertisement, right? And look at that. Look at this advertisement or this video here from Lamborghini. And Veve appears, right? So let me just mute myself.
In the heat of the bull run in 2021. But did you know that many have still been dipping their toes or continuing to increase their efforts, even in the midst of the bear market? This video will cover some of the most notable ventures into Web3 in the past year or so. When Lambo? In late February 2023, we had none other than Lamborghini launching their latest NFT collection in collaboration with the Veve NFT marketplace. The latest drop includes the Hurricane STO with different rarity traits. The Lambo collectibles can then be displayed in the Veve app's virtual showrooms and shared on its social feeds, and even be viewed and driven on real-world streets via augmented reality features. No shortage of brands that ventured into Web3 during the heat of the bull run in 2021.
So what do you say about this? So this is not from Lamborghini, but it's basically about Lamborghini and all the other big brands. And this is from CoinGecko. So it's an official video from CoinGecko. And they were like, hey, look, Lamborghini building in the bear market by leveraging Veve, selling Veve collectibles. So not the brands like Meta and so Facebook Meta that basically collapsed, so to say. But no, they're like, they did not collapse. They just basically canceled their endeavors in the space, at least in the official manner, right? So here we have, and CoinGecko is used by a lot of people, and Lamborghini is like this is what I say, Lamborghini is the brand that will bring the most users to the Veve app, because everyone is like, when Lambo. You will see that last bull run it was, when Lambo, when Moon, right? That was the meme, when Lambo. So Lambo is a meme and a status symbol in the crypto space. It's the symbol of, I became a crypto millionaire, and that's why I have a real Lamborghini, right? So all the degenerates, they will be like, oh, bull run, Lamborghini, coins going up left and right, let's buy a virtual Lamborghini on Veve. Does this mean that the Lamborghini in itself has to go to all-time highs? No. What it means is that it could bring, once coins are pumping left and right, it could bring a lot of people into the app. If they see these CoinGecko videos, if other sites like maybe CoinMarketCap and so on, that where everyone is searching for NFTs and coins, they will find this stuff, right? So I think this is pretty good. What Mopar says, Wojak approved. What the fuck is Wojak? I don't know. But yeah, so I think this is pretty good. They also highlight the STO here basically in this video, and the different talk about the different variants and scarcity, and they even show how it looks in the app. And I mean, compared to all the other NFT experiences, this is pretty good. And then also they show the AR functionalities here. They could have highlighted a little bit more how it looks, but I think they did a pretty good job on to have like collectors gone digital and so on, right? So collectors gone digital, by the way, is the source here, but yeah, basically they did it pretty well. So yeah, I don't know how many people are following CoinGecko on YouTube, because there's this subscribe logo on the bottom right. Here you see it, look at that. There's a CoinGecko subscribe logo. But if that channel has kind of a lot of followers, that's pretty big, right? So actually, can we check that out? Yeah. We can. Let me just check the YouTubers. Okay. CoinGecko. Top brands in crypto. So CoinGecko, let me show you. CoinGecko has 161,000 subscribers and 600 videos. And yeah, it's one of those videos is one, and I think that is probably it was in here or so maybe, and that has only 2,500 clicks for now. But obviously these videos are going to go up in clicks over the time. It seems that yeah, here we see it, for example. So the moment that they have like traction on a specific thing that they're talking about, it's also going like 25,000 clicks and so on. That is pretty good. Like even if we get a couple of % of this onto Veve because of such a video, it's not too bad, right? So we take it. Patrick Bultman says, I bought more Omi when Lambo. Yeah, I don't know. When Lambo. Yeah, it's going straight to Valhalla, guys. Do not fear. The Valkyries are getting us, right? This is happening. Yeah. And when are we going to launch on Binance, right? I mean, you guys know that it is actually Binance. Yeah. Tezos Bezos. Yeah. Absolutely. Vivi Zomesis, I like it. Yeah. We will see. So, drop calendar. Actually, I did not know, or I forgot maybe also, that this guy here, KC BMW, is making this drop calendar, so I followed him now, and I want to pull this drop calendar up because I want to highlight a little bit more on my stream also what Veve drops are coming on. And we see here we have this Avengers drop today, comic drop. We have another comic drop on the 25th. Then this is already start of Crypto XR. We have, and then on Crypto XR we have 2 art drops, but I believe that I think they should have, or they should do more. Hopefully they are announcing like on a short notice more drops, because the 27th is also Crypto XR. There's nothing highlighted then for the 27th. And then on 28th they have the Juggernaut. So this is a collectible drop, premium collectible. So yeah, I really like people that put in the effort here for such drop calendars, so that we can use that as streamers. I really like that. And by the way, we will talk a little bit more about the drops, because I think over time Veve collectibles will get more traction again. I think at some point more and more people will find it. The sell-off will be over at some point, and yeah, I think also for Veve there will be good times. It just takes a while. I think we're at the bottom where Bitcoin was 1 year ago, from sentiment and cycle wise. So NFTs 1 year behind the real crypto deal. So we need crypto profits and crypto, and this is the most important thing. We do not need the integration of Omi necessarily only for our bags to go up. We need the integration of Omi because people will find Veve through Omi, like we did, like many of us did. Many of us found Ecomi and then they went into Veve. Ethan says, doesn't it frustrate you that Myro, a coin you spent literally 10 minutes researching, outperforms Omi, with you've studied for years, where you pretty much know when the founders even take a poop? Yes, it frustrates me a lot. Yes, it does. And not only that, what is most frustrating is that I made so much educational content about the Omi utility program and how the burns are going to work and how the breakage fees. I can still tell you from the top of my head which mechanics were in the original Omi utility program, because I did read with it so much, I did talk about it so much, and I refuse to take it down from my YouTube channel. I don't even fucking care, because I will have that as historic proof that this was the original Omi utility program. So there were breakage fees, there were fast track fees, there were staking periods, there were staking perks, accessories were perks that you could then buy with Ecomi. Renting collectibles were perks if you staked Ecomi for a certain time, and if you wanted to get there in the original outline, you had to burn Omi to get there, right? So that from circulating supply. So that was all part of the old utility program. And had this come true, we would be already out of there. And I don't care whoever says we would be exactly where. It's not true. If we had real Omi utility, we would be already working ourselves at this resistance. Yeah. If this was the case, we would be working the resistance. Everyone would be fucking bullish on all the circulating supply that we would have burned, because this is actually what we were talking about. Look, we would be at this resistance, and then somewhere with new exchanges or so, we would be on this resistance, working our way in the direction of 1 cent, and not trying to get rid of the triple zeros, right? So, and yes, it does not only frustrate me, it makes me fucking mad. Because if you have such a community and such potential, and you have YouTubers that are working their ass off, you don't give them anything to talk about, that is pretty bad. But let's look into the future. Let's look at Crypto XR. What can I get out there? What can I find out? Let's have a good time together. Everyone who's traveling there, let's Let's enjoy this time. Let's get together. Let's get a feeling of how David and Dan are. I've never met them before, so this will be the first time. Also, I'm ready with this shirt, and yes, you know, I'm a big Veve bull. I'm not so much an Omi bull anymore because of the deliveries. We will see. It can change if they bring something, but I want to see action now. And this is why also the focus of this channel has shifted a little bit more to the broader crypto space, because if they don't deliver, there's no need to talking about it every day. Now, that said, let's close it with the positives. I think that Veve will do extremely well, Veve, and we need the integration of Ecomi so that more people can find Veve and that Veve does an exceptional job. I think that Omi will do well once the narrative comes back to Omi, combined with news. I still think they can make it. I still think that Omi can 10 or 20x. Yeah, I don't think that Omi will go to $100 or $200 billion market cap as Rain and Randy and others think it will. I don't think it can. But I think the returns can be still good on this one compared to other ones. But compared to other ones, not to the broader market. Like, you'd been better off to not buy anything and just buy a meme coin like Myro somewhere when it already pumped, and you would still be better off. Yeah, the opportunity cost is extremely high. This is unfortunate, but it is what it is, and this lesson will be good no matter what. The lesson that we take from these hits is a very big one. Yeah, for some it's diversify, and for some others it's don't buy everything that is a promise, right? And really get to the performance and see how they're doing and so on. But with that said, the dream is Veve to return to 2021. It will never return to 2021. It will be different, but it will be good, I think. And the right collectibles, in my opinion, on Veve are the scarce collectibles, because liquidity on scarce collectibles has a more powerful effect. Yeah. So that's it, guys. Wherever you are on the world, have yourselves a great morning, evening, day, night, or afternoon. Thank you for spending time here, and I will be seeing you in the video. Oh, by the way, before you go, there is a Vechain video coming out, guys. Somewhere today, tomorrow, I don't know. But I will put out another Vechain video. There is a lot of stuff to talk about Vechain because they're actually doing something. And yeah, so guys, that's it. I see you at CryptoXR. I see you in the next video. I see you in the next live stream, hopefully from France or from the way there to there. We